My dear student, boys and girls, when you are going to the examination hall, you should try to prepare yourself. Your mind should be cool as cucumber. Your mind should be very comfortable and full with ease because your mind is a kind of floppy in which you try to feed. If you try to feed in your floppy of mind disturbance, then definitely your mind will try to give you kind of disturbance and you cannot control your paper easily. So if you want to get success, you should try to control your mind. You should be cool, comfortable, ease and things like that. Then you will definitely reach your success. Now let us analyze. I have 15 tips which will definitely take you to the word of success in the examination hall. In this context, I am of the opinion if you want to get 100% success in your future prospect in different walks of life, is that clear? That is GRE, GMAT, SAT, MA English, and CSS exam. My 15 tips will take you to the zenith of your perfection in your future life or future success. So I would like to pinpoint my 15 tips which will definitely take you to the word of success. Is that clear? My first point is, the tip is, when you are sitting in the examination hall in front of your paper, is that clear? Invest your time in the question you like the most. This is my first tip to the students of various walks of life. The second thing is, for instance, my second tip is invest your time. Is that clear? Then the second one is, if you see a question, you do not like that question, is that clear? Which you look hard or question that look time consuming. There are two things over here. And what are the two things? First, the time consuming and hard to tackle. Now, it must be your first and foremost duty. What should be your strategy? Your strategy to postpone these hard or time consuming questions. Okay, then you should try to proceed further. Now, the next tip is for you, my dear student. I would like to introduce a new technique in this field. And what is the new technique? By using PO. Is that clear? PO means process of illumination. This is a new technique which you should try to adopt. I am of the opinion you will be able to improve your score on the GRE, SAT, GMAT, whatever you are trying to have. Instead of right ones, you should try to find out the wrong answer. There are two things. Finding the right answer is very difficult and finding the wrong answer is very easy. So you should try to eliminate, the wrong answer. If you try to eliminate the wrong answer, the right one can be a piece of cake. So this is the new strategy, new development, new technique that you should try to set aside the wrong answer. You try to analyze the wrong answer. When you try to analyze the wrong answer, you definitely will reach towards the zenith of your success. Is that clear? Now the third one is, if you love text completion, that is another out of a tip which I am trying to give you. If you have text completion, is that clear? But hate reading comprehension, then it must be your first and most duty that you should try to do the text completion first. Is that clear? So this should be your strategy. Now the next strategy should be your the technique is that clear you use and the way you solve a problem are what matter. Now, what is that? The technique which you use that plays one of the most important role. Again, I would like to repeat it. The technique you use and the way you solve a problem are what matter. So this is one of the most important. That was your technique. Now the next tip is when you get good at the technique, your score will take care of itself. With the passage of time, when you get good at the technique, then definitely you will improve your score. Is that clear? Now the next tip is you should be slow down. And I'm of the opinion it must be your first and foremost duty that you should try to slow down for accuracy. And what is accuracy? The clock has a way of hindering your brain. Just a ticking clock provokes hindrance. So use for the time being, set aside the clock if you want to improve your score. I'm sorry. So this is one of the most essential phenomena that you should try to set aside the clock so that you may improve improve yourself and things like that. It is also very important in the examination point of view, so far as if you try to analyze and so far as when you are practicing in home, both will try to give you a lot of benefit. Now the next tip is, what is the next tip? The modern GRE, so far as the modern GRE is concerned, require from the student to apply a deep understanding. The time has come, the modern GRE, the modern exam, the modern SAT or GMAT or GRE, CSS or thing like that, will ask you to apply your deep understanding of the skill, of the craftsmanship which you have. Then definitely you will get, that of a very good result. Now the next tip is, remember when you were in high school, this is one of the most important strategy. Remember when you were in high school and if you got a question wrong, for instance, on a test, your teacher gave you a partial credit. Is that clear? For, that way, example, I would like to give the example. For example, maybe you use the right formula. Is that clear? On a math question, I'm trying to communicate, that was math question, but miscalculated for the wrong result. But your teacher gave you some credit because you understood the concept. But now these are not possible. Gone are the days. Okay, over here, when you are trying to appear in the examination, your teacher will, if you are trying to appear GRE, GMAT, SAT or whatever you are trying to have, now this thing has illuminated. No teacher will try to give you the partial credit. It must be your first and foremost duty that you should try to apply your mind. Now the next tip is, every time you are able to eliminate an incorrect choice on a GRE or other question, is that clear? You improve your odds of finding the best answer. Is that clear? The more incorrect choice you eliminate, the better your odds. So this is again one of the most important thing. Now let us proceed another one. You should try to analyze your performance. How you can analyze your performance? Taking test after test will help. a lot. So if you try to apply this thing in the examination hall, definitely you will get very good marks. Now, the next one is, but it will help more if you evaluate your score. So you should try to evaluate your score. Leave from your mistakes. Or in other words, learn from your mistake. Is that clear? And try to adjust your approach before taking the test. Is that clear? Now the last one is isolate your strength and weaknesses. I'm sorry. It is very important. You should try to isolate your strength and your weaknesses. Is that clear? If you try to isolate your weaknesses and strength, then definitely you can get very positive result. So these are my 15 tips. If you try to follow my 15 tips, then definitely you will get very good marks. And again, I would like to repeat in the beginning, which I tried to pinpoint. What is the difference between the examination hall and while you are studying in your home? There is no difference. The difference is of your thinking. If you try to develop ease, comfort, tranquility, and peace in your mind philosophy, then definitely you will get very good result. So my first message is be comfortable, be cool, be ease. And like that of you must be as cool as cucumber. Then definitely your mind will give you very positive result.